Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video we're going to talk about episode 26 from Delicious Party, which was a big surprise to me. I was not expecting to like this episode as much as I did. This episode was super fun. It got a little emotional in certain moments, and I feel like the timing of this episode was impeccable. Not to mention how chaotic it was in certain moments, while also keeping the Delicious Party feel, the Delicious Party essence very, very well. Before we start talking about the green pepper thing, we have to talk about the Delicious Stones because today we got more information about them. The episode started with Mari talking to the girls about Delicious Stone and how worried they were because now the villains have a Delicious Stone. Spiritoru was created and Mari could see that there was a Delicious Stone there. And in this dialogue, we learned that the Delicious Stone is what powers up a cook fighter, which is not really a new information because this could be perceived already just by watching the season. But there is another very important information. Mari mentioned that there aren't many Delicious Stones in circulation right now. They know that right now we have Mari's Delicious Stone, Fennel's Delicious Stone, Black Pepper's Delicious Stone, and there is this other Delicious Stone that they don't know how the Banduru gang got their hands on it. And Mari also mentions something very important. They say that the person who creates the Delicious Stones cannot create them anymore because this person isn't here anymore. Is this person dead or is this person gone from cooking them? We don't really know. Like watching the episode, I thought, oh my god, this person died. But thinking about it, it can be just that the person isn't there anymore and is doing another thing or doesn't have this power anymore. Mari mentioned right at the start of Delicious Party a master who gave them that little money pocket they have. And we don't know who this master is. Are they talking about the same person? Maybe. And so this was like the moment in which the episode was serious. Because after that, it was just a big party and it was just so fun. I really enjoyed seeing the reactions of both Kome and Kokone when talking about the green peppers. Girl, I don't like green peppers either. And this episode even tried to spark this conversation of like, all types of food are valid, all types of food should exist. And I feel like in certain points, it got a little exaggerated, but in general, I feel like the message was nice because you can apply that message to other things, especially in certain dialogues. It felt like, especially when Curious Spicy was fighting, it felt like she was talking about things in general. So we have lots of reactions. We have also another thing that I really like about this. The characters are very well established already in Delicious Party, and I feel like this episode really showcased all of them. We could see Yui talking about her childhood with Takumi. We could see how Takumi overgrown his fear of green peppers, and lots of little and cute moments of Takumi's parents too, and lots of little cute moments of the girls. Like Yui imagined the girls cooking together. Like there were so many little details in this episode that made it feel very special. And I also like this idea of overcoming something that you're afraid of, which I don't know if could apply to food unless you're trying to get like a healthy, more of a healthy type of diet and you don't like healthy stuff and you're trying to get better at it. I would agree. But in general, you know, just getting to eat something you don't like for the sake of it, I don't know. But in this episode, this was used to kind of make Kome grow. Like eating something you don't like is usually something that a child does. And so like for her to become more mature, she should try eating even if it's something she does not enjoy. And that's how I felt like it was the idea of the episode. But we could also see other points of view. Mai, for example, talked about the fact that you can just enjoy every type of food because life is happier this way. And Yui just shared her view of I just like everything, I just like eating everything, just like Ran did. And like they were all sharing what they like and how is the philosophy and how they see things in when you're eating. So that is a plus for Delicious, I think, and that is also something that works when you already know the characters well, when those characters are well established enough. On the villain side, we have a new villain, Spiritoru. And for the first time, Spiritoru met Godot, or that hologram, or whatever that is. And it was, that scene was gorgeous, because we can finally see Spiritoru reacting more to things. Because Spiritoru was taken aback because of the way Spiritoru deals with Godot's. There was no real respect there, and I am loving Spiritoru. What a great villain we have, and I am having a lot of fun watching Spiritoru fight. I really hope Spiritoru doesn't get destroyed very fast. Spiritoru took the lead into doing the Banduru Gang chant, and Spiritoru was also taken aback. Her face was priceless. And I like this. It's a nice change of pace. She was already showing a little bit of emotion with Narcisoru in a few episodes back, but now she's showing even more. I cannot wait to see her attack, if she is ever going to attack. We get to two interesting scenarios here. One of them is Kokone not being able to eat the green peppers. So she goes home, she meets her butler, and she shares the fact that she's disappointed in herself because she was not able to do it. Not because she was not able to do it, but because everybody was trying very hard to, you know, help her overcome it, and she basically let them down. And I feel like her butler's words to her were very nice. At least you took the first step. At least you did something. At least you took action. That is already a win for you. And I really like this point of view. You know, at least you're trying to overcome something that you're not good at, and you're trying to win against something that is holding you back. Love it. And he also mentions that Kokone's worldview, Kokone's world has expanded so much after she met the girls. I feel like this is PreCure in general. You know, it changes the world of every girl who becomes a PreCure in every season, and we can see it in lots of different ways. So I like when the show acknowledges that, even though it happens every time, every season, with every girl, nonetheless. And the other situation is that the way Kokone found for her to overcome this fear of green peppers. Oh my god, I forgot to mention that amazing scene of, like, sometimes I feel like the writers of this episode were on a little bit of acid, because, you know, they created such crazy situations with the king, the green king. Oh my god, what was that? It feels like Toy. It's just like Toy Animation handling green cures. They're always trying to win against us that want green cures in the seasons. But those scenes were gorgeous. I loved them. They were great. Oh my god. The other situation was that Kokone was trying to find a way to overcome her fear, and the way she found was to go to a place that they harvest green peppers, because she would know the whole process and she would, you know, get closer emotionally to green peppers. And that worked. And obviously Spiritoru attacked there. And the only thing I'm not really enjoying about Spiritoru is what happens when he steals at a CPP. So far we've been having kind of like emotional effects towards the food, and now the foods, they just turn into blocks. So I don't know. I feel like this means that Spiritoru is not going to last for long, because this doesn't feel quite on the same level as the others. And the fighting scene of this episode was so much fun as well, and I feel like this is kind of what I want to see, because this was not a stellar fight by no means, but it was still fun to watch, with lots of different ways of the girls attacking, and there were so many funny moments in the fighting scene as well. And like my favorite part of the episode was when everybody was attacking with and saying good things about green peppers, and then Madi had their own moment of being very pretty and sexy, you know, just feeling themselves with a green pepper background. That was so great. Oh my god, that was so random but so great. I love Madi so much. And obviously the highlight of the fight was Curious Spicy herself, because she was able to create a little bit of a different technique when trying to defend, and got a highlight, got a power up in her shield. Girl, if you don't know how I feel about shield cures, girl, I don't like them. But I don't like when the main attack is a shield. It's not the case with Spicy. I like defensive cures like her that have lots of shields but has a main attack that is an actual attack. And judging by the last episode, I thought that her minor attack was going to get buffed in this episode. It was not the case. It was the shield itself. And the scene was very nice. And the shield turned green. Good. And I also love the fact that she was able to use her solo mixer attack to defeat the Ubazo in this episode. And I also like the ending scene of the fight that the girls were talking about. Takumi and Black Pepper was listening. This is one of the things I feel like this episode did really, really, really well. Working with the reaction of the characters. You know, when you compare Delicious Party to other seasons, like for example, Tropical-Rouge. Tropical-Rouge is very hyper, very crazy, like Smile PreCure. And Delicious Party is not as crazy as Tropical or Smile, but sometimes it gets crazy too, and I love when it does. And I feel like, especially with characters like Yui and Dan, you know, the season can really get insane. And like those, I feel like this episode worked really well with those scenes. And at the end, obviously, Kokone was able to relieve her fears and eat. So did Komekome. And Komekome is really cute. I'm liking those episodes that are focused on Komekome because she seems to hold a secret in the season. And so far we haven't known much about her. We haven't seen much about her instead of just being cute. And now she is showing a little bit more of personality. I feel like those episodes are being nice because of this. And this episode was a great surprise, both because I love Kokone and I also love the way the episode conducted everything. So much fun. Oh my god. Anyways, this was my opinion on episode 26. Next week we are gonna meet some of Ran's siblings. I'm excited. And it's gonna be Ran's episode with Komekome before we get the power up, which seems to be triggered by Komekome herself. I am very, very curious. Anyways, what did you think of episode 26? Please leave a comment. Let's keep talking in the comment box below. Anyways, babies, taking this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you aren't a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!